I hit my lowest point at 32. The news that my mother had breast cancer shocked me. The doctor's call telling me my mom's diagnosis will always be memorable. I felt helpless and desperate. Despite our attempts to find the best medical facilities and therapies, the fall was faster than expected. My need to be ready for anything became clear soon. I was horrified by my mother's possible abandonment. She was stressed and anxious as a single mother. Due to the stigmatization of single mothers, she felt alone and undesired. My mother raised me despite her first ideas of orphaning me. She moved to a new city instead. She worked hard as a waitress to give me, her only son, a nice upbringing. It was my job to arrange the funeral. After I wept in bed all night, my mother died. Loss and sorrow overwhelmed me. My mother loved me unconditionally and was a major influence on my life. During that time, I faced several problems. Even though I tried, I thought of my mother every night. My nights grew so bad I went a week without sleep. One night, my chest hurt fiercely. I got up and every breath hurt. I needed to relieve the pain immediately. The pain increased with each step to the pharmaceutical cupboard. The drawer was hard to open with my shaking hands. I quickly searched for a painkiller. The discomfort continued to grow. My gaze clouded as the world quieted. Without warning, I was thrown off my feet and collapsed to the floor. Right then, the world went black. I opened my eyes again, feeling like I was hovering above my body. Agony filled my cheeks as I glanced at the corpse. It seemed like I had cut all links with that shape since I no longer felt body sensations. I wasn't unhappy about getting rid of outdated, unneeded clothes. A tunnel appeared over the living room when I looked up. I moved quickly down the tube, and the events that followed happened quickly. Other tunnels joined mine like freeway interchange ramps. Many entities like me were on these ramps. As we moved together toward a bright light, we became glowing white balls. Something about this scene intrigued me. I felt one with all sentient beings and our shared goal at that moment. I felt like I had a treasure of cosmic knowledge at my fingers. I had no idea where this came from. I realized that the light was my home and last destination, where I was born. I stopped being angry and envious. I was captivated by love. To pierce that light was mine. I may have waited there for 5 minutes or 500 years. The meaning of time fell. Millions of light orbs went through the same things as me. We understood and connected without speaking. Then I was pulled back unexpectedly. I appeared in a bright, spacious white chamber full of liveliness. I saw no ceilings, doors, or windows. This space's dimensions were unknown because there was no exit or entry point. This area created an unending expanse where time and space became irrelevant. No longer thirsty or hungry, there seemed to be no material need. Sometimes I hoped I could return to that light. A celestial entity appeared before me. He was nearly 2 stories tall with a white robe with beautiful stitching. His waist was adorned with a golden belt radiant with light. The angel's wings sparkled with multicolored light as they flapped lightly. Angel murmured, "You are here again." I saw his sparkling eyes. I was surprised by his question and didn't understand it. I asked, "What do you mean when you say I am here again?" The angel smiled softly. "You've been here. You opted to return to Earth then. This is where you are again." The angel's words triggered a long-buried memory. I had already sworn to God my life aspirations. If I had been here before, why would I choose to go back? Asking the angel. The angel smiled. "I cannot tell you the reason you left before, because you have free will, and no soul is forced to leave here." The angel gave me the contract. The agreement conditions were carefully reviewed by me. I had to return to Earth to accomplish my work, and there was a lot to do. I begged the angel to let me see my mom before leaving. Clearly surprised, the angel said, "I have not seen your mother in this place." After my mother died 7 days ago, I told the angel she didn't deserve punishment because she was compassionate. "I understand," the angel said after hearing me. "I will lead you to a special area where new souls gather. They await heaven admission." After following the angel, I felt a comfortable warmth and entered a timeless universe of pure energy and everlasting existence. A soothing glow filled the scene as many shining orbs of light, each with its own energy, swung through the air. The neutral land led to the lighthouse without restrictions. Despite not seeing the actual world, I could feel and think like every soul in this unearthly place. Beyond linguistic expression, there was spiritual connection. I felt my mother's spirit immediately. Being with her brought me love and security. Since our spirits were so connected, I could feel her love even when she wasn't there. We relived our favorite memories and shared our deepest emotions there. At least I knew my mother was no longer sick and suffering in this sacred place, even though it was painful to say goodbye. I felt great delight and content seeing my mother again. I must return to Earth to complete my mission. My mother's love drove me till we were reunited. Powerful energy flooded my spirit. I noticed my heart rate and vein circulation normalizing. My mind slowly returned to my body. Every neuron and muscle in my body sensed a soul connection. A material world reunited with me. I felt the planet again. I woke up on the floor in a familiar room with familiar furniture. When I returned to my body, my clothes felt too tight. I was disturbed. Even though my body hurt less, I was depressed. I'd be with my mom if she lived longer. That lovely abode was all I desired. I had never felt such deep anguish due to loss and yearning. No food tasted right, and I couldn't eat normally. My sleeplessness made nights long and lonely. I had problems focusing on daily tasks since my moods were so erratic. The duration of this ailment is unknown, although it disappeared over time. I began to understand. Grief would help me grow, not consume me. I gradually regained hunger, sleep, and life rhythm. My little group of friends heard my story. My companion rejected it as a dream and didn't care. Another acquaintance thought I was hallucinating due to the severity of the fall on my head. One buddy speculated that it was a near-death experience. This friend piqued my interest in NDEs, so I researched them online. I've read several near-death accounts. Since some of the incidents were so near to mine, I assumed they were true. I was relieved that my mother had chosen a good resting place. No longer sick or anxious, she finds eternal delight there. I know she's free in light because her soul is with her. I get comfort in the idea that my mother is still with me. I trust her love to guide me. Even though others have different explanations for what occurred to me, I am determined and at peace since I found the answer. I want to share my belief so others might experience hope and light. Interacting with the angels brought back memories of my past. My mother's unconditional love and care were my best childhood memories. My youth challenges and successes became apparent as I developed. Genuine, priceless memories.